Oh yeah, no, you're not dreaming. This is happening right now in front of your very eyes. You are now a prisoner of Bizzarro's vinyl lair, and I'm glad to see you. VC, it's good to be back. I've got a stack of things to show, and rightly so because it's been a couple months, and what can I say? Shit just happens, and on top of the busyness and the craziness, the laziness creeps in as well. Let's just forget about all that, alright? Just forgive me and we'll move forward. And let me move forward by showing you some killer wax, okay? That's how I'll apologize for being away for so long. I'm going to show you some good stuff. I've got enough for 3, maybe 4 decent-sized updates. So I'd like to break it up into pieces and show you. On that note, let's get to waxing, okay? No particular order. 3 brothers, Trey Hombre, ZZ Top. This is the cool early ZZ Top. There it is. Good condition. You know, waiting for the bus and Jesus. Take me with you, Jesus. Good shit. It's a little early. This isn't Mountain. This is Leslie West Mountain. Going back with Mountain. Leslie West Mountain. Really cool. Blood of the Sun, Long Red, Blind Man. Fucking killer. Killer. This is one I got off of Amazon. Terrapin Station. Turtle Station. Side 2 recommended. And I love it. I like a lot of side 1, but side 2 is this cool epic tune. Ordered it off of Amazon. It showed up and it looked like the box was ran over a couple times. So I take the LP out and it's actually broken almost in half. Strange thing is, it's broken on one side. On side A, it's got a clean break all the way through it, way to the center of the dead wax, where the spindle hole is. But on side B, the side that I basically bought the LP for, it just has a little curve in it. All the grooves are intact. It's got a crease in it, but it's not broken. And just for shits, I put it on an older turntable, and it didn't jump. There's no real deflection. It's not hopping around, and plays fine on side B. So there you go. Got my money back on it too. Terrapin Station. Oh man, this is really cool. It's cool because you don't really see it. This is Peter Kaukonen, or Peter Kaukonen, depending on how you say it. This is Black Kangaroo, 1971 on Grunt. I think it's on Grunt. Yeah, it's on Grunt. And it's something I scored off of like Crisco's Rock or one of the let me turn this down. Okay. I got it off one of the blog spots back in the day, well, you know, an audiophile, and never really thought that I would see it. It's an obscurity. You could say it's a bit obscure. I don't think he's related to Jorma Kaukonen or Kaukonen. Some people say Kaukonen. I think it's Kaukonen, but Black Kangaroo, good, really killer blues rock, little psych, hard rock stuff in there too. Really good condition, by the way. This has been on my want list for a while. This is Savoy Brown, Lion's Share, and this, other than what is it, Blue Matter, this is my favorite album by far. It says The Saddest Feeling, Shot in the Head, and what was the other one that I really like? Love Me Please. That's a really good one too. Man, it's in a really good shape. The next few came from the same owner. This is cool. Johnny Winter live in Austin, Texas. Sounds really good, man. Live. Manic. Johnny Winter, he's got such a killer style, man. The dude was just everywhere. Another standard that I had to have, because the vinyl's super, super clean and almost unplayed. I know it's got a little ring where it must have been slid in and out, or maybe a record next to it was slid in and out, probably, because hard to find any Who really that hasn't been played to death and sounds muted and muddy, and I just thought that's how it sounded for, you know, years and years until I found an actual clean one. Never bought a repress or a new one. Picked this up and was real happy with the sound. A lot more crisp and full dynamically than I thought, due to owning beat copies. Yeah. Glad to have this. This is like a 4th or 5th or maybe 10th repress of Disraeli Gears. It's super clean and it's on RSO. I don't know if it's not like 80s or barcode era represses, but it's definitely a later press. Sounds really good. This is one I didn't have. I know, strange, right? The soundtrack music from Song Remains the Same. Yeah. I like this, man. I had it on CD, but never actually had the vinyl. And it's in pretty good shape. You know, it's got the pages. I actually traded a few LPs. Well, a friend of mine wanted to go to the Pentagram show that came to Philadelphia a few months back. Didn't have any money, but had some vinyl. So I told him to take me out some vinyl. You come up with like $25 worth of vinyl, something I like, I'll get you a ticket. And you know, he gave me a couple decent ones. Hooked him up. That's what you do for friends, right? Couldn't let him go without seeing Bobby. And this is another one that he gave me. This is Otis and Jimmy at Monterey Pop. Pretty cool. It's one side Jimmy, one side Otis. What can you say? Early Jimmy. Oof. Should I wait to show you this till later? I think I'll wait to show you these two until later because they're really, really cool. Here is another Kaukonen or Kakaunen. This is Jorma Kaukonen from the Airplane. Yeah, later stuff. I haven't had a real chance to absorb this yet. I'm hoping for the best. Maybe you know more than I do about it. I hope I like it. I'm hoping it's rock or something. It's later, so I'm going to assume it's maybe not really, really good. But I've been wrong before, and I hope I am this time. Jorma. Vital Parts. Here's a cool one. This is Jethro Tull live. This is Bursting Out. I think this is like late 70s. I think it's late 70s live. And I had this on CD for years as well. And just one of those things. Never really actively searched it out, but found it in the bin for a couple dollars. And it's one of those things you hope you occasionally or at some point will run into. And I did. So I picked it up. Very glad to have found it as well. Okay. I'm going to show you two singles and then two individual bands, and then I have a nice closer, a multiple. This is cool. Let me take this out of the plastic for you so you can see it better. This is Captain Beefheart and Frank Zappa, Bongo Fury. A lot of us know Bongo Fury. 76, I believe. The Bicentennial is when they were touring for this, because there's a song about how they're capitalizing on the Bicentennial. Pretty cool. This was actually next to another Bongo Fury in about the same condition. The other one was in a little bit better condition. This one was 8 and the other one was 10. And the reason I picked this up was this actually has a cool, I guess like a blurb sticker or a hype sticker. It doesn't, I like how it shows rather where it was. It's like a clear sticker right on the cover. So I was glad to pick that up for 8. Add it to the Zappa collection. I think at some point I'm probably going to show you my Zappa collection too. Maybe break that out and just show you everything I have. I don't have an ass load of it, but I've got quite a few now. Been running across them now and then. My local store has some picture discs, some old Zappa picture discs that they're going to price. Although seeing how much they are on Amazon and eBay and Discogs, I doubt I'll be buying them because they're more of like a completist thing, and I'm not 1,000% on everything Zappa did. So if they're priced right, I'll pick them up. I got a guy down at the store who'll give me a call when they go on the shelf, and hopefully I'll be able to get there by then and score some if they're worth it. The same store where the picture discs are, I picked this up. This Atomic Rooster. This is high on my grail list for a couple reasons. Number one, because it's not, you just don't find it. I'll just put it this way: I haven't found it in the wild. I've never seen it. And I started in the A's as soon as I walked in the store, and 3 A's later, I found this. Now, I was excited enough just to see this and pick it up. But the really cool thing about it is, you probably can't see it. I'll show you the sticker there. You probably can't see it, but this is an original press and also a German press. And after I did a little research on it and found out what it actually was worth, I didn't feel so bad paying that $12. Really fucking cool. Not that the money means anything, because I don't ever have plans on selling any of this shit, but it's good to know that you got, you know, an expensive LP for a regular price, or what you thought might be actually a little high. But considering you don't see it in the wild, you pick it up for 12, get home and find out it's an original German press, and it's worth considerably more. Glad to have this in the collection. First Atomic Rooster. Of course, I'm not into the later era Atomic Rooster with what is the second singer's name? You know his name. I forget. But, you know, it is what it is. I just don't like them all. I like the early stuff. Of course, I'm sorry, if you don't know, this is Death Walks Behind You. Atomic Rooster. And highly recommend it if you're into prog, if you're into... It's got psychedelic qualities to it. But I'd call it progressive. Keyboard. You think of John Lord as one of the primary keyboard players in that vein or sound or technique. But Vincent Crane was pretty fucking amazing when you go back and look at some of the keyboard stuff he was doing. Definitely right up there with John Lord. No real direct comparison. It just wouldn't make sense to compare one to the other. But if you say John Lord, hopefully you know enough about music to know that when you say John Lord, you should say Vincent Crane as well. Neither one are with us anymore, unfortunately, but really, really good stuff. I'd like to show you, as our closer, a little collection. Now, I've been slowly building this collection, and I'm just going to start right from here. This is Rory Gallagher. I've been wanting a lot of his stuff. Of course, I like to find taste. I don't have the original taste, think there are 2 Taste albums that I'd like to get to, and quite a few more Rory Gallagher's, but this is what I have to show you. This is a good one. This is Against the Grain. Rory Gallagher. You think of that guitar being all shredded up and beat up and the finish is all gone. He actually had a rare blood type that made his sweat extremely acidic, and it actually ate and destroyed, just the finish just was destroyed. It was down to nothing. He actually sweat so much and his sweat was so acidic that he warped necks. He had to get necks replaced quite often. Rusty pickups, and the bridge is all fucked up, and you can see it in a lot of his old live videos. See him sweating up a storm, man. Second one I have, and my favorite out of this bunch so far, this is Calling Card. Really cool, man. Man, this is good stuff. Some Rory's hit or miss, but you can't go wrong with the earlier stuff. But there are a few intermixed in the later years that are actually really good. One could be not so good, and the next one's completely like, where did he grab this, stuff from? Maybe out of his trick bag from back in the early 70s, but this is one of those. Calling Card. And it's Country Mile, Moonchild, Do You Read Me? Really good stuff, man. Recommended. This is one. Rory Gallagher. This is Photo Finish. Earlier stuff. This is something my man Vance will like. I'm gonna get it set up. It's a demo LP. I don't know if it has a demo label. No, it doesn't have a white label on it, but this is more early Rory. This is one I showed in the past, but I figured since I only had this one when I showed you last, but now that it's with a considerably larger collection, I wanted to show you this again. And this is Rory Gallagher live. There's that sweated up guitar again. It's on the old Polydor. And this is also a demo. Cool thing about this is this was picked up as a gift for me from someone I know that took a trip to Ireland. So this actually came from Ireland. Really cool. Excuse me. I got one more for you. This is one of the hit or miss. This is Jinx. Later. Really good stuff again, but bit watery in my opinion. And again, this is another promo. Loaned for promotion only, not for sale. I think what I liked about this the most is see if I can show you. See if you can see. You see Rory's shirt? It's probably a little blurry, but it actually says Aaron's Records. And it's some record store that was in, I'm assuming, England. Aaron's Records. It's like, now that record was made for me. Guys, my friends, thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. It's been really cool. I'm feeling it again. The VC vibe is flowing. I'm feeling it. I got some really great stuff to show you in the future. You think that stuff was good? Wait till you see what I show you in the next pile. And on that note, I'd like to say to all my new subscribers, thank you very much, and I've been digging your channel as well. Every new subscriber I get, I immediately go to that channel and check you guys out. And there are a lot of great new members here showing some cool stuff. The old heads come and go. Hopefully they come more than they go. But either way, it's great to be part of the VC, and I'd like to say, as I always say in the conclusion of my posts, if you don't know, there's a very simple equation. It's not extreme mathematics. It's not. You don't need to know magic. It's simply a question of, if you don't know, learn.